is Brent Freeman right next to me. Oh, sorry. No, it's you. It's your shoulder. No, it's just your shoulder. Come on. Thank you. How's everyone doing? Yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? Brent, tell us a little bit about yourself. What you do, where you come from, what you do now.
Just the light stuff.
Yeah, just the light stuff. We're hitting the heavy hitters.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, guys, if you have questions at any time, feel free to shout out, raise your hand. This is a conversation for sure. First of all, I want to thank the late night hosts and Brian for putting this together. Thank you guys for showing up. This is an honor. Exciting to be on the LMU campus. So the question was, where I'm from, what I'm about. I'm originally from the Bay Area. Anyone here from the Bay? Where? Giants fans? Anyone Giants fans? Yeah. NLCS. Originally from the Bay Area. Came down here. Went to a little school downtown LA called USC. Sorry. And went to USC and didn't really know what I wanted to do. Kind of went in there undeclared. Was very much lost. I come from a family where I had an entrepreneurial side and also an artistic side. My dad's a cinematographer, back to photography, and I just didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I didn't fit the corporate culture. Fast forward a few years when I studied abroad in Italy in my junior year, and I discovered a little thing called entrepreneurship. And I had an inspiring mentor when I was studying abroad who really ignited the entrepreneurial spirit inside of me and fostered the follow your heart and the money will come mentality that my dad and my parents always taught me. And really made me inspired to believe that you can follow your dreams and make it your living. I know, what a crazy idea is that, right? How many of you have been taught to go get a great steady job and climb the corporate ladder and be happy for it? How many of you have been taught that before? Anybody? And the idea was behind, hey, I don't fit that mold. I fit a mold of let's do something great. Let's do something, I didn't know what it was, but let's do something fun, let's do something inspiring. And after I came back from Italy, I got really involved on campus with the entrepreneurial clubs and different things at USC. And just started trying a lot of stuff. I was writing a business plan for an Italian restaurant concept that I wanted to open in Beverly Hills. I was working for a restaurant group and managing a nightclub and doing business development and just trying a lot of different things. Because I thought I wanted to open a restaurant. I thought that's where I wanted to go. I joined the Entrepreneur Club and met a guy there who eventually became a business partner of mine. And my senior year in college, commodities were on the rise, right? It was pre-recession and all that stuff. And commodities like steel and iron, those things were really on the rise. And there was an opportunity to jump in the market for a construction boom in a place called Dubai. You guys know where that is? That area? So we had a connection into there, and we decided to say, hey, let's cut out the middleman, let's import sustainable materials into Dubai for the construction boom, all while at the age of like 21, right? Because that makes sense. I could do that at the age of 21. But I did, and for 2.5 years, my business partner and I ran this business in Dubai. I had an office in Dubai and an office here in LA. And I got away from that inspiration of follow your heart and the money will come. I had it kind of backwards. I had to kind of follow the money and I'll figure the rest out later.
Yeah. So you thought like going for the money would bring like happiness in your life kind of thing, rather than like doing what you wanted to do and then like everything working out.
I was chasing the dream.
Yeah.
I was 21 years old, 22 years old, and I thought that was the life I wanted to live. I wanted to travel the world. In 2008, this was 2008. 2008, I was on 50 planes in 7 different countries, and it was a blast for a while. And then I started seeing the most successful people in my industry were the most miserable people I've ever met. Right? Funny how that correlates.
Yeah.
The most successful people with the most amount of money were the most lonely, the most miserable, the most upset, and the ones that were absolutely just the saddest people I've ever seen. And I said, let me reevaluate my life, and is this where I want to go? And right as I was reevaluating, luckily a little thing called the global financial crisis helped me reevaluate everything. And you guys have heard of the financial crisis, right? And our business was predicated on credit and international demand, and when there's no credit and no demand in the market, there's no business model. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me. We had to close the business. And it was absolutely one of the biggest failures of my life, but one of the biggest blessings of my life. Because what that allowed me to do was get back back to my roots. What's important to me?
Roots.
My
Fun.
roots.
Fun.
Not roost. That comes later. What's important to me? What am I passionate about?
Yeah.
And in early 2009, I started saying, what do I want to do with my life? I'm 23 years old at the time. I have my whole future ahead of me. I know I want to be an entrepreneur. I know that's where I want to go. And where's there opportunity? And as an entrepreneur, you kind of look at when everyone's saying nay, 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 and recession and job loss and stuff, you say, there might be an opportunity here.
Yeah.
So finding opportunity amidst all the chaos was kind of what I was trying to do. And at that time, I said, I'm super passionate about companies that do right by the world. And even more so, we boil it down, that do right by their employees, that do right by their communities, do right by the environment. And I said, I looked around and I saw all these big banks failing, right? I saw all of these big companies going under. And I saw on the news all these jobs lost. And then all of a sudden, this one little company out of the ashes called Tom Shoes. You guys heard of them?
Yeah. Wearing them.
Tom Shoes. Yeah. I took mine off, I need more formal. Tom Shoes was thriving.
Yeah.
Right? And why was Tom Shoes thriving? And I had the good fortune of meeting Blake Mycoskie, their owner, in 2006 when he just sold me Nordstrom's. He had 10,000 pairs of shoes he was putting on these little kids in Argentina. And I was always inspired by that. People laughed at him. Said, how can you give one away when you're selling one of the models not going to work? And he, amidst all the chaos, was thriving. And I said, wow, that's an inspiration. That was my inspiration. That's why I said, those are the kinds of companies that I want to be a part of, that I want to help support. And so I said, well, where can I find more companies like Tom's? Because I rocked the hell out of Tom's. Right? I've been wearing them for years, and they were cool, and I had my friends, and I felt so cool about it, where can I find more? So I started looking around. Couldn't find any place. Right? Every place that I looked was all, not to offend anyone, it was a little bit too hippie for me. I felt I was too much in the mainstream to be marginalized on that side, to be like just totally eco-friendly and crazy, which is important and is a very big part of my life. But I wanted to also wear cool stuff, trendy stuff, right? Not just clothing, but also have cool products that I can feel good about and help support.
Yeah.
And there was no place like that.
Right.
So as a true entrepreneur, we said, fuck it, let's create it. Right? This is college, I can say it. So let's create it. And I didn't know crap about the internet. And so I took a job with a media company. And after running around the game for a while, going back to work for somebody else was tough. But I got to learn the ins and outs of how to drive traffic to the internet, how to monetize, really the core fundamentals of what our business is about today. And throughout that process, I launched a site called Mark's Movement, which was like an Amazon-style platform.
Yeah.
So for moral and responsible companies, that's Mark. Very much grassroots.
Yeah.
And we were focused on research, ratings, and retails of socially responsible companies. Again, there's more. From big brands to small, down to the small startup, right? And we give you a discount, and we donate to charity. It was like, holy, how do we digest that? As a consumer, you just can't
It's a lot.
Yeah. So we played in that sandbox for about 8 months and really realized that we were onto something. We got a tremendous amount of feedback, but we needed to be more focused. Right at the same time, we noticed a change in shopping patterns. People were getting really liking the daily deal model. We said, let's use the daily deal model and let's rebrand it as something kind of hip, cool, fun, and sexy, and mainstream. And let's tell the world, one company at a time, why they should support this company and give them an incentive, a discount to do it. Right? And we also donate 1% of every sale to the charity of the customer's choice. So, the idea is let's get really focused. Let's deliver home the message.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the 30,000-foot view of the story of how, Roost was born. And we just launched 2 weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
pretty excited.
What's that process been like? I mean, Roost isn't really new. It's 2 weeks young now, and just begun and everything. What's that process like? And obviously there's a lot of risk going into new business. So, how do you feel with the riskiness right now, and just the excitement? Is it something you're really confident about, or what is your feelings about the whole process going through it?
I'm extremely confident about it, and it's not because there's not barriers and things and speed bumps that we're going to hit every day. I believe in a vision to inspire and empower social entrepreneurs to succeed. That's the core fundamental of what drives me and what our core vision is of the company.
Yeah.
And with that, we know that if we stay true to that vision, we will be a success no matter how the business morphs. To address your question directly about risk, life is sweetened by risk.
Yeah.
Right? I'll say that again. Life is sweetened by risk. Straight up. Right? Risk is what is reaps reward. Right? I don't know if anybody plays cards or poker, but the idea is you can't win what you don't put in the pot. Right? If you don't take any risk, you don't get any reward. It's not about taking dumb risks. It's about taking calculated risks. I didn't just jump into the internet business and say, let's go,
No hands. Yeah.
It was, let's learn.
Yeah.
Let's learn about this.
It's like a lot of work that you put in behind it,
Yeah.
like to get to this point where you're at right now.
Calculated risk. I was doing really well in the media company. I was making 6 figures plus, right? And it was a great gig, upward mobility, fun company, the whole deal. And I said, I see an opportunity in the market, and I'm going to take a calculated risk. So I got everything to the point where I said I have to jump. And at some point, I don't know how many of you have the entrepreneurial spirit or want to do it. At some point, you have to take your risk. You have to trust in your inner ability to just run full speed into the dark.
Yeah.
And take that risk. Not knowing. Don't be afraid of the unknown. That's what I mean by running full speed in the dark. Don't be afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
Right? If you hit a wall, so what? You get up, you walk around, and you keep running.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's cool. Okay, so you're working like your CEO, founder of Roost right now, and then just like, like 4 years ago, you were studying abroad in Florence.
Florence.
Yeah. So.
Anyone go to Florence for the study abroad? Anyone there?
Yeah, no problem.
Yes. All right. Parla Italiano? No?
So where do you see like just your lifestyle, your passion, like what gets you going just in life overall versus where you were 4 years ago, like wanting like to work for that like corporate leader, however thing that you're kind of like talking about,
It's a good question. Growing up, I was like, some people know like, hey, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a police, whatever. I didn't have that. I was always like, I want to go to Italy, I'm half Italian, I want to meet my Italian relatives, I want to learn to speak Italian. It was part of my culture, and that was my passion. And when I got to college, I did that. And then all of a sudden, I got to Italy, and I did all that with my family. I got, went and visited all that. It was like something out of like Big Fat Greek Wedding, but Italian style. I got to play a little mustache from Italian women pinching my cheeks. And right, it's like once I lived that and achieved my goal, I remember having this distinct moment saying, "What now?
Yeah.
What do I do now? What's the purpose? And what's my passion?" And doing some inner searching to say, "What am I passionate about? What do I want to do? What's the next goal? What's next?" And I had to quickly. It didn't just come overnight. Hey, I want to launch Roost in 2006. Here we go. We're off to the races. It took a lot of trying of different things and really saying, here's where I feel that I can be of service to the world, make an impact. Because that's the biggest thing for me. It's like, if you can make an impact on the world on just one person, then you've left your mark. And so we're trying to, company by company, maximize the opportunities with Roost right now, maximize the opportunities for these companies to make an impact on the world.
Yeah.
Right? And that's really the core of fundamentals.
Yeah. So just a kind of basic question: why Roost? Out of like the Marx movement. Like
Why the name or?
Yeah, like why Roost? Like what came out of the name?
So we were there. I remember there was a specific moment in Mark's movement. We were sitting in an office, actually right down here off of Jefferson Boulevard. Jefferson Sentinel was our first office. Well, first office was my apartment.
Yeah.
My bedroom. Right. That's a little desk. I'm making calls.
Yeah.
But in our first official office, right? We sat there and we said, we recognized that there was a major pain in the industry. There was no one cool place that all of us as Gen Y could go to, recognize and find cool brands, right? Cool companies, 50,000, 60,000 of them in the U.S. to go on and do some online shopping. I said, Mark's movement is great, but it's very grassroots. It has a glass ceiling. It's hard to say. It's not brandable. And if you talk about building brands, I do a lot of reading of biographies. Does anyone know Richard Branson of Virgin, right? And the brand that he built behind Virgin is a single brand. Like Virgin Mobile, Virgin Records, Virgin Airplanes, everything, right? So Mark's movement doesn't have that quality, so we need to build that. So we sat there, we took two or three of these really big posters, 2 foot by 3 foot posters. We took a Sharpie, sat there with one of my co-founders, the other one on the phone was virtual, and one of our best friends, got a 6-pack of Coronas. Sat down there and said, what are we? What are we trying to do? What are we all about? Who are we, and why should people care? Right? And that's a question that we're still constantly tweaking. Who are we, and why should people care? And we kept coming back to, we wrote down a bunch of names on the pieces of paper and saying, we want to do this, we want to do that.